Let's take a look at creating a checklist in CompanyCam. Tap the project you'd like to create your list for, then tap Checklist or Make a Checklist. Tap New Checklist to get started. First, give your list a title, then create Checklist. From here, you can add individual tasks or a section to add an additional level of organization. To create your first task, tap New Task and make sure to give your task a title. You can also add additional notes or instructions for your crew in the field. You can also gather additional information on your task by using questions. You have 4 options: a yes or no question, a rating scale, an open text box response, or a multiple choice option where you can input the answers and your team can select all that apply for that particular task. When you add your first question, make sure to give that question a name or a description. The question will have to be answered before the task can be completed. In addition to answering the question before completing the task, you also see the option for photos required for every task you create. Every task will automatically toggle on photos required. This creates an additional bit of accountability so you know you're getting all the photos that you need for your project. If a task does not require a photo, you can toggle this option off. Now that we have our first task created, we can walk through actually completing this task. To take your photo, tap the blue camera icon to open your camera session. Or if that photo lives in your project, tap the task title and add photos. To add photos from your project, tap Add to save to your list. Now we can answer our question and complete our task. If you'd like to add an additional level of organization to your checklist, you can add a section title. In the top right corner, you'll find your 3-dot menu icon and Add Section. Make sure to give your section a name and create new section. Now with your section created, you can add new tasks underneath that particular section. The great part about checklists is that you also have the ability to save this list as a template for use with future projects and not have to start from scratch. To save your checklist as a template, tap the 3-dot menu icon in the top right corner and Save Checklist as Template. Make sure to give your checklist a good title and add an additional description so everyone knows what this list is used for. Tap Save Template to save it to your template library. Now, when you go to create your checklist, you can tap New Checklist and use Existing Template to find all of the templates saved to your account. Tap your template to load it into your project and get started. Now we can start taking photos.
Now let's take a look at how to create a checklist on the web version of CompanyCam. So as you can see, I have gone ahead and accessed one of my projects here, and right below your labels and next to your photos, documentations, etc., you will see this option for checklists. So this is going to show me that I have one existing checklist. If I click in there, it will show me that checklist. It looks like that one has been completed. And then you can click on this blue button to create a checklist. So if I click on that, it's going to give me the option for a new checklist, or I can use an existing template for checklists if I'm a premium user. So I'm just going to go ahead and create a new checklist. We'll create a title here, and then just once again create checklist. Now, much like on the mobile version, you're going to have the same options here. So this is going to let you create this by section or just start adding tasks. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new section first here. And that section is going to be exterior. And then I can just click on the new task button. So under that new task, I can indicate if a photo is required as part of this or not. I also have my menu here where I can delete that task if necessary. And then I can include what that task is. So of exterior, and then I can add an additional question here, or I can add a new task. So I'll just let that stand as a take photo of exterior, add this new task, and there, damage. And then I can indicate a question. So once again, just like on mobile, I can ask a yes or no question. I can create a rating scale, ask for specific answers that they can type in, or give them a multiple choice question there. So I'll just make this a yes or no, and then I am going to create a new task here. So if damage, please rate. And then I'm going to add an additional question there and give them that 1 to 5 rating scale. Because of this, I'm not going to indicate if a photo is required since we're just asking for that rating. So once you're done and you've added all the sections and questions that you need asked and have required all the photos that you need, that is going to be completed. There is no save button here. You can just go back to your project. If you need to make any changes, you'll see in the upper right-hand corner, you have this menu, and you can rename that list. You can reorder your tasks, or you can save that list as a template if you are, once again, a premium user. You can also export this to a PDF if you want to provide this to the homeowner or people on your team as a PDF. But once again, if I just click on my Back to Project button, you'll see that that inspection checklist has now been added, and I have 0 out of 3 tasks completed, is ready to begin. Everybody can access that either, once again, on the desktop or from their mobile device.